Hello. In today's video, we're going to be working with a component called the SUBForm. This allows you to control transactions. So, for example, if you have two different sets of data on your form, in other words, you've pulled over a jobs form like this, and we're just going to create it very small. And then let's say we put a employees view in the center, and we'll just put the first two fields or three fields in there. And then we have a component called the SUBForm, which is in the common components, if I'm correct. There it is. Okay, so you can see now in the end facet there is a SUBForm, and we are going to put the departments view there, and we'll just do a form and have the same amount of data. So the SUBForm allows you to control the transactions to a certain extent. Now let's take a look at the operations here, because if you look here, the commit and rollback are common to all of the different ones here. It's not just for the particular, it's not an operation that is specific to one set in the data control. So now here, for example, these are specific to this one set, for example. But the commit is universal or global for all of them, I suppose. You could describe it that way. All right, so we put the commit up here. And just get rid of that. And let's run this. Okay, we got the form here, and as usual, the commit is not enabled, so that is one thing I continuously forget to take care of, but it's a simple fix. And especially here, we're just going to take this off. Not a very good placement of that button, actually. Go down to the structure, it'd probably be easier. There it is. And I think I want to actually put that in there. That looks better, yeah. Okay, so now we go out to our form, just press F5. Okay, I'm just going to put 1111 here, 1111 there, and 1111. Now, as you remember, the departments is in the SUBForm, and we have I have a script here where I'm going to just take the values 225 and 10. Save this, run it. Okay. Okay, so here we have it. We've got President, Stuart Fleming, Administration. When we go over here, we've changed this now. We're going to change this here. And now we're going to run this again. You can see now that the President has been updated, the last name has been updated, but the administration has not been updated. We'll do that now. Now they're all updated. So, very interesting how this works, because now if I come in here and I write 2222 in all of these, what would you expect to see when I press this button? Well, if I press this button, these two will update. This and this will update in the table, in the database, I should say. but this one should not. If I press this button, based on the last experience, would you expect this to update and this not and this not? Well, let's take a look. So you can see now that all of these updated. So the subform is interesting. If you press the commit in the subform, it'll update all of the outside tables. That's how I kind of look at it. But if you have these values change and you commit from here, it won't affect this table. Now the subform has actually kind of been replaced by partial page rendering, not partial page rendering, but the use of JSSF and page fragments, and that gives you a little bit more control, where you can have a page fragment in this section of the form, and it would actually be an entirely independent structure, and you wouldn't have to worry about this kind of transaction control on the form. But you might run into the subform in various work that you do, and in that case, you would know that this provides a little bit of a transaction control as opposed to the rest of the page. So I hope that's helpful. Have a good evening.